just got done doing the NorCal Classic Event 1 for the Qualifier. The workout was 10-minute AMRAP, 30 double unders, and 10 snatches. The weight increased from 75 to 95, 135, 155, 185, and then max reps with remaining time at 205.
Howdy, y'all. Let's go in the tank. No, not that tank. The gym.
All right, and we've begun. 30 double unders. This is Harley. You may know him from the first episode of 19.1, Brandy and Mike. He's not the best announcer. We're hoping that he's better at commentating his own workouts. He's definitely better at working out than commentating.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
I was about to make the joke that I'm better at double unders than talking, but
not in the last round.
Definitely. No, we'll get to that. Don't spoil it.
All right, 10 snatches, 30 double unders, or 30 double unders, 10 snatches, back and forth. You were planning on going unbroken in the beginning.
Yeah, so I wanted to go unbroken, the 75-95, and then from there, just sort of give a medium set somewhere for between 4 and 6, just to get a good chunk out of the way, and then go singles from there. And then, obviously, the heavyweights go singles because they were heavy.
Yeah. The strategy of changing your weights, did you think about at any time, like changing half of it, doing the double unders, then changing the other half, or just not enough time for it to really like matter or need it?
No, I sort of set it in my head that I was going to just always change it right after, so I could just take a few breaths before having to jump rope. But it also said in the rules, the standards, that after you finish your snatches, then you could change your weight. I don't know if it was required, but I just sort of ran with that game plan.
Yeah. Speaking of light power snatches, that girl who won 19.4 got like docked 21 no reps or something.
That was Carrie Pierce?
No.
No, the other girl, so then Carrie won after that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anna Fragow or something?
I
thought that was pretty interesting.
Why did she get docked so many?
Lockout, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now I'm like excessively watching that anytime somebody's working out. By the way, excellent memory knowing what plates to have to load on. I never would have remembered.
Yeah.
Although one time you were like, 135? I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Harley told me that we were doing this 5 minutes before you worked out.
I was like, hey,
Harley's actually coached by Brandon.
Oh, we're going to talk about that now?
Well, I just forgot that was supposed to say that in the intro. I forgot.
No, this is my time to shine. Leave Brandon out of this.
Don't let him take the attention.
He gets every open announcement. This is my time. No. Yeah, remembering the plates was a good thing. I sort of had that in mind. I mean, a lot of people were like swapping the 15 and the 10 out for a 45-pound plate, and I just didn't want to worry about taking anything off, and just stacking those baby weights make you look like you're lifting heavier anyways, so.
No, anyone who knows.
Well, you're right.
And we told everyone what the weights are.
Yeah, that's kind of part of it, so.
And also, you did one extra double under after I got to 30 every round. Was that because you didn't trust me, or because
I didn't know where your count was out, like whether you were counting the rep I just did or the rep I was doing, or like what I was on.
Yeah.
So it just sort of ended up that I was on one right as you said 30, but it ended up being the 31st, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll have to count again just to make sure. I'll count the next round.
I hope I did 31. It makes.
Yeah. And that I was accurate.
At least I would be, doing enough work, not getting docked like everyone in the open.
Is that the end of 135?
That looks like 135.
Yeah. Now this is 155.
Yeah. I think I did 5, 3, and then 2 singles at 135. I don't know why I did that. Just sort of felt good.
Did you have a plan for like every weight?
I had a plan of I'm going to start with a moderate set that wasn't going to like kill me for like, and then just go to singles from there. And on 135, I thought I was going to do somewhere, like I said, between 4 to 6 and then singles. And I ended up doing 5, and it just felt good. So I was like, well, better just ride this momentum and keep moving.
Yep. All right. I was right.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure.
I'm glad someone
No, it's better that you went over.
Glad someone was paying attention.
Were you not?
I stopped counting at one point because as you started counting out loud, I would be 1 rep behind you in my head. And so I was like, well, don't worry about it. Like, just keep going until he says you're done.
You started talking to yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I do that.
Workout. Yeah.
What'd you say?
This is where it counts.
It's like, come on, this is where it goes.
He's cheering himself on. I like this.
Well, it was. I think I said that like in 185 because I knew that was going to be the point where I needed to like keep moving, so I'd have some time for the heaviest weight. But
What
You
else?
know Harley used to do rodeos?
I did actually know that. That's pretty impressive.
thank you. I was
He's
surprised.
like shocked. You told me that before.
Oh,
and we
I thought
talked
this was
about
a
it.
new story.
We talked about pulling adductors.
Yeah, we did a lot. So
How much do you think your bull riding has transferred to your CrossFitting?
About 0. If anything, it made it way worse.
Were you just automatically a good deadlifter, or do you,
Yeah, no,
like the
I
first
didn't-
time you tried deadlifting?
So I didn't fail a deadlift until 445, and that was about almost 2 years after doing CrossFit, or a year and a half after doing CrossFit. And I would just go to deadlift. One day I'd just be like, I wonder if I could deadlift 365. And so I'd like warm up to it that night and then do it. I'm like, okay, that's cool, and never try to go heavier.
What does that have to do with bull riding?
Yeah, why does that have anything to do? Why'd you bring that up?
I was just wondering if like the adductor strength of pulling in or the midline strength had some sort of weird transfer
I think it's
to
just
being
my-
good at deadlifting.
I think it's
or
my
if it's
goofy
just
long
your
arm.
monkey arms.
I think it's just my goofy long arms, man. Have you seen me snatching in this video? The bar is like so high above my head, and my hands are so wide.
Yeah. Well,
It's awful.
at least you're good at deadlifting and riding 1,000-pound animals.
Well, I don't think I'm good at that anymore, but
I bet you're better than everybody watching this video.
Do you miss the roar of the crowd?
the roar of the crowd.
The white in the knuckle, gold in the buckle, you'll win the next go round?
I was actually talking to my buddy.
How do they judge it? Like, how do you win a bull riding competition?
So you have to stay on for 8 seconds to get a score in general. If you fall off for 8 seconds, you don't get a score. They give 50 points to the bull on how well it bucks and 50 points for you and how well you ride it. So if you get like a really low level, not good bull, but you ride it well, you still won't get a great score. But say you get a really bad bull, or I mean not bad bull, sorry, a really good bull and it bucks well, but you ride it poorly and are like hanging off to the side upside down, then you'll still not get a good score. So it's sort of luck of the draw.
I feel like our next session video with Harley should definitely be him
What makes a good
untrained
bull rider?
on a crazy bull.
A good bull
What
ride,
makes a good one?
like a good bull rider or a
Yeah.
bull.
Bull rider.
A lot of guys are either, I mean, no one's really super tall, but everyone's pretty light and lean. Like, if you look at like the best guy out there on tour, like JB Mooney just won, I think, the most career wins of anyone in the world, or he tied Justin McBride. And if you look at him, he's a little bit longer than the average bull rider, but he's so skinny, just like a light, lean guy. And it's really someone who has coordination and can sort of follow the bull as it bucks and moves well with him and has good balance. Core strength, I'm sure, is very important. But he just did a documentary I saw, and he was talking about how, I don't really even work out. I just sort of stand on this ball and balance in my barn all day or in my warehouse.
Pretty good workout to be on a. How heavy are they?
So, average is probably somewhere between like 1,300 and 1,800. So that's
I mean, it's
average.
Being
I
on a
mean,
bucking car. it's good strength work.
so
Oh.
what was with that zoom
There was a
in?
little zoom in on. It was on
What's that
which tattoo?
Oh, my tattoo. It's Alan and Carlos from The Hangover. So it's Zach Galifianakis. So Zach, if you see this, I'm your guy. No, it's a tattoo. I said I was going to get it when I was about 15. My mom said that if I did, that she'd basically disown me. And here we are tripping at double unders and having a Zach Galifianakis tattoo in Georgia. So
Yeah, you did miss a lot of double unders in this round. You had some self-talk going on here too. Do you remember what you were saying to yourself?
I said, don't panic.
He was like,
Don't freak out.
he was like, "You're okay," and I was
You're
like,
okay.
I thought he was talking to me. I was like, I know I'm okay.
Yeah, sometimes like if you get a little stressed, you start to panic too much, it doesn't do anything good. So sometimes I'd tell myself like, you'll be okay, like just stay focused, take a breath, and
All right, home stretch, 90 seconds. His goal was to get 10 snatches at this weight. So now we're gonna see the pressure and whether or not Harley can step up to the plate. 2, he kept looking at the clock.
I was like, how much time do I have? This is the longest 90 seconds ever.
Was that 3? I lost count.
I think it was 3, yeah.
And at some point I was like, stop looking at the clock, man, just go.
Well, it kind of hurt.
I know, I get it.
I was a little
Trust me,
uncomfortable at that point.
I get it. 4. These actually still look pretty easy though.
Yeah, and
It's not like it looked-
Travis kept saying, it looks easy, you're good. And I'm like, you don't know how I feel on the inside.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
You got it.
Those moments where it just feels like the heaviest thing you've ever picked up.
Yes, sir.
6.
Yeah.
35 seconds to go. He's going to step up to the plate, ladies and gentlemen.
This is the moment when you said that I had 4 left, and someone had just told me I had 30 seconds. And it was sort of sinking in. I'm like, hey, you can do this right now. Like, this is real.
8, you had 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Pressure's mountain.
What happens? No, what? Who would have thought? 10 seconds. Got one more.
But at least you get this last one, right?
What? Nope.
But it was a good try.
And then that was just where defeat sank in.
It's all good, though. It still was above your aspiration. You had like a goal, it sounded like, between 6 and 10.
Yeah, I heard some scores back home, and I think I told myself that 6+ is probably going to be in like a competitive realm. And I said I'd be ecstatic if I hit 10. So to even have the time to pull on it 10 times, I was pretty satisfied with that.
Yeah, you look pretty good too, not too messed up.
What's your goal in training right now?
So right now I'm doing this qualifier for the NorCal Classic as an individual, and then next week the Granite Game starts up, and the game plan is to go team of 3 with one of your old clients, Ryan Hignall.
Oh, nice.
And then my buddy Devin Powell back home. And so Devin and I did Granite Games last year on team of 3 and Wadapalooza this year.
And you won Granite Games.
The RX division, yeah. So we went out there.
So you're going to go into the big dog division now?
Well, I mean, that was the plan last year, and that didn't happen. Apparently, I can't row, and that's when it really sank in. I'm not good at rowing, but
did it sink in extra when I beat you on 1921? But most people don't put that level of focus on it, even though we harp on it being super important.
Sadly, yes. So Max beat me by 21 reps, and I'm like, oh, okay, like we're in the same round. Like he had a really good performance, that's cool. And I looked at the leaderboard, and 21 reps was like 7,000 places. Yeah. And I was sort of upset and really wanted to redo it, but I told myself I couldn't do that. So
it's all right, you beat me on everything else.
How long have you been working with Brandon?
Since we officially started our consultation and everything last July. Like at the very end of July.
Have you got better or worse?
No.
Man, that's a tough question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Be honest.
No, I think that I've gotten better. In the Open, my average placement, when I calculated it up, was about 50 spots better than last year. But that is also including last year. I repeated some workouts this year. I trained right through the Open, a full training load.
Oh, solid. Every workout, average 50 places higher?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Well, I mean, I calculated what my average placement was.
Like total placement, divide by 5.
Yeah. Well, last year there were 6 scores, so I divided last year by 6, this year by 5, and it came out to be about 50 places better.
Sweet.
Yep. So I mean, that's improvement for doing one and done. So I'm happy with that. Definitely say I've gotten better in a lot of areas.
Cool.
Thanks, Brandon.
Off to you, Project Pat.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Pat in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button. Let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Pat